It's upgrade time in the workshop and I'm so excited. I love my table saw, but there's one problem. It's this fence. I mean, look at it. It's tiny, it's crappy. I've had to put tape on it to try and make it go properly in the runners. Don't even get me started on accuracy with this thing because it's shocking. So I've upgraded. Uh-oh. I can't believe I've done this. I mean, we've all heard of measure twice, cut once. But measure twice, purchase once? I'm going to have to try and fix this. I am not trying to send this back to China. That's just a level of grief nobody needs. So, my two options are fairly simple. Either grind out that lip, could be rather tricky and rather messy, and completely bugger the saw. Or, do I route out this piece here and make a channel? I think I'm going to go for that one. So before I route anything out, I'm just going to have a quick look under here, make sure that there's no hardware that I'm going to hit. Not sure if you can see that. I've got a screw, which I assume will mean there might be one further down as well. Best not hit them, have I? So to get the right depth, I'm simply offering up the piece to the router bit to make sure that I get the right size. To keep it all straight, I'm going to move the fence over to this side of the saw. Check with the router to make sure it's in line. Make any minor adjustments that are needed. And then we should be good to go. Now, I didn't want the router bit to touch the metal part of the table because it'd make a right mess. So there's a tiny 2mm strip left. Run the multi-tool down the edge to remove it. We've done 2 or 3 test cuts now and we've got it just how we want it. It's running nice and level and smooth. Time to put the side units back on. This is quite simply lifting everything back to place, making sure it doesn't impede the runner, and then screwing it back down again. As you can hear, this isn't as smooth as you would like. I'm going to sand the table back down, add a little bit of wax, should make it nice and slippy and runny again. And after a quick polish, it's running quite nicely. But an upgrade's only any good if it's an actual improvement. So let's see how this thing cuts with the 5 cut square check. So the principle's quite simple here. You run a cut through, turn it 90 degrees, run it through again, going all the way around, making 5 different cuts. So the first part will have been cut twice. That should give you a nice square edge if it's all in line. Now, I'm absolutely amazed. This is the squarest cut I think I've ever made. I don't know whether it's fluke, don't know whether it's the fence, don't know whether it's both, but I'm chuffed with the result. Now, I did promise you I'd talk cost. This thing cost me just under £40 from Temu, and I'm astonished with the build quality, if I'm honest. So there's 3 main parts to this. So first of all, you've got the rail with the actual mitre gauge on the back. I love this thing. It tightens down at multiple points and has a positive stop when you're changing the angle. Got this lovely aluminum fence. And the third part is a little stop block that runs along it. A little bits here, and it also can go in the front as well. I'm chuffed with that. So this thing came nicely packaged, well wrapped, and without any defects. And it's shipped in the time frame you would expect something to come halfway around the world from China. So there we go. As long as you take forward the lesson from today's video of measuring twice, you can take your cheap factory accessories, throw them in the bin. Well, thanks for watching. If you've got something out of this video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. If you can't wait for the next video, there's one right down here, which will take you through one of my other builds.